If you've been on Twitter recently, you know that there was a lot of stir when David Beasley, director of the UN's World Food Program, made a call for billionaires to donate a portion of their wealth. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, is an eccentric personality to say the least. He had a lot to say about the appeal, so keep watching as we'll take you through the whole social media exchange. Here's how the UN responded to Musk's dare, and much more. Firstly, what was the UN's appeal? The director of the World Food Program, David Beasley, called for billionaires to step up now on a one-time basis. He said this during an interview with Becky Anderson on CNN's show Connect the World. He further went on to say that a small group of extremely wealthy individuals could bring a genuine change to the world hunger crisis. Beasley called out two men in particular: Jeff Bezos, the co-founder of Amazon, and Elon Musk. These two are the world's richest men, and their $6 billion could potentially save 42 million people from starvation, according to the progressive organizations Institute for Policy Studies and Americans for Tax Fairness. The net worth of U.S. billionaires has nearly doubled since the pandemic began, standing at $5.04 trillion in October. Musk has a net worth of almost $289 billion, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. He makes his fortune as the CEO of the forward-thinking electric vehicle company Tesla, the company that only a few weeks ago became one of the few with a market capitalization of more than $1 trillion. The $6 billion figure is a minor portion of Musk's current net worth of approximately $311 billion. It's actually significantly less than the $9.3 billion increase in his wealth on the 29th of October, as reported by the Bloomberg's Wealth Index. Tesla accounts for the lion's share of Musk's net worth. He's only sold a few shares of the electric vehicle maker, whose stock hit a record high of $1,114 on Friday. His immense wealth has also risen as a result of his majority shares in SpaceX, his private space exploration company valued at around $100 billion last month. The calculations then suggest that Beasley is asking for a donation of only 2% of Musk's entire wealth. So how did Elon Musk handle the appeal? Elon Musk has always been skeptical of taxing U.S. billionaires, as he believes that would only cause a minor improvement in paying back the massive amount of national debt. Musk has always been outspoken about what he believes needs to be done to clear the massive amount of national debt: cutting off government spending. He challenged Beasley's claim that his wealth could avert the world famine crisis and went on Twitter to express his disagreement. In a now extremely famous tweet, if WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it, Mr. Musk said. But it must be open source accounting so the public sees precisely how the money's spent. Many people thought that the UN wouldn't respond to this challenge, as they don't have the most transparency in their accounts or fund handling. Supporters of Musk were quick to praise the entrepreneur for his bold statement. Next, how did the UN World Food Program respond? The head of the United Nations Food Aid Arm presented Elon Musk with a comprehensive strategy to help avert starvation in 2022. In response to the world's wealthiest man's challenge to clarify how a contribution from him could help mitigate world hunger, the UN has given Tesla CEO Elon Musk the proposal he requested for how $6 billion in Tesla stock would be invested to feed the world. Speaking about the lack of financial support, Beasley once again emphasized how the lack of nutrition and food for these poverty-stricken places leads to issues of conflict and mass migration. Talking about how the crisis was avoidable and there was little time left to combat these issues, Beasley wrote a tweet showing the UN's willingness to cooperate. We're ready to talk with you and anyone else who's serious about saving lives. The ask is $6.6 billion to avert famine in 2022. The World Food Program, WFP, laid out its strategy in place to aid 42 million people experiencing mass starvation in a one-time appeal to billionaires, urging the need for 6.6 funds to help individuals in 43 affected countries. As per the WFP's breakdown named a one-time appeal to billionaires, approximately $3.5 billion will be used for food and distribution. The remaining $2 billion would be proceeding towards cash and food vouchers. The UN stated that $3.5 billion would be spent on food and its shipment, which would include the cost of transporting cargo as well as storage and food delivery. It would also pay for trucking companies and safety precautions needed in war-stricken areas to deliver food to those who have the greatest need. The UN estimates that $2 billion is required for cash ration food vouchers in areas where markets are operational. According to WFP, this sort of aid helps those in need to purchase the food of their preference. The World Food Program also promised to spend $400 million on international and domestic program management, administration, and transparency. According to the UN, this will include global supply routes and aviation routes coordination, global logistics coordination, global surveillance of malnourishment, risk assessment, and audit committees dedicated to strict supervision. Mr. Beasley stated that while these measures may not completely eradicate famine, millions of people would be protected. $6 billion will not solve world hunger, but it will prevent geopolitical instability, mass migration, and save 42 million people on the brink of starvation, Mr. Beasley wrote on Twitter. Now, what's Elon Musk up to these days? Tesla's stock rose 5% ever since CEO Elon Musk authorized a notice to workers instructing them to start concentrating on minimizing costs rather than trying to rush shipments out to meet the company's end-of-quarter sales quotas. Musk stated in the document distributed Friday that he doesn't want the company to spend a lot of money on expedite fees, overtime, and temporary contractors just so that cars arrive in Q4. Musk explained that traditionally, Tesla employees rush like crazy at the end of the quarter to maximize deliveries, but then shipments decrease majorly during the first few weeks of the next quarter. Tesla has lately failed to manage previously promised delivery dates for new vehicles to customers in the United States. According to CNBC, this has resulted in months-long late delivery for some Tesla buyers. Despite the delays, Tesla's sales have exponentially increased this year, with vehicle shipments hitting the 500,000 mark in 2020. According to the German auto news source Automobilwush, Tesla is also making great progress with its first European factory in Germany. Tesla planned to begin vehicle production in Brandenburg in 2021, but development was stopped due to a court ruling caused by environmental activists who claimed their operation would endanger hibernating reptiles. Filings with the Texas Department of Regulation revealed that the company is also making advances on a new car factory in Austin, Texas. Tesla intends to invest more than $1 billion on the production plant, which hopes to finish it by the end of this year. Tesla also plans to invest $188 million to increase production capability at its Shanghai factory, according to the government-funded Beijing daily newspaper. Up next, Elon Musk and his plan to inhabit Mars. Elon Musk has stated that his scheme to set up a permanent colony on Mars will allow civilization to a multi-planetary level of travel. SpaceX CEO is currently working on Starship rockets that'll carry people and freight around the solar system. With the ultimate goal of creating a self-sustaining colony on Mars, he has repeatedly claimed that this is SpaceX's end goal, as he seriously thinks it's crucial to long-term human survival. The time frame for accomplishing this has been delayed several times, but the first interplanet Starship cargo runs could take place in 2024 or 2026 when Earth and Mars orbits align. It's hoped that a fully self-sufficient Mars colony will be established by 2050, though Musk has yet to speak publicly as to what comes after that. Musk described his lifelong dream for human civilization to colonize Mars, one that he hopes to achieve in his lifetime. SpaceX is making preparations for its Starship rocket to carry out its first orbital launch. The rockets plan to take off from Texas and land off the coast of Hawaii early next year. Numerous high-altitude test flights of the next-generation spacecraft have already taken place, with all but one ending in a giant explosion. When finished, a Starship craft and its attached booster launch system will be the most advanced and impressive rocket ever built. It'll be able to produce more than double the thrust of NASA's Saturn V rocket that was used in the Apollo program. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Elon Musk will stick to his word and donate to the UN after their comeback? What do you think about Musk's dreams of reaching Mars? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.